Alright, so it looks like I finally got the map finished, or at least mostly. If you notice, there are a lot of black dots near the top and bottom, and that's just where the North and South Pole is, and I could loop around 500-600 times to get those cleaned out, but they're really not that important. What is important, though, is this, anomalies. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm really looking for. Now, I'm not sure which one of these is my Kerbal lander, but one of them is my Kerbal lander. I'm thinking it's either going to be this one or this one because I landed on the crest of a hill, and I did not land near the pole. So I'm thinking it's this one right here. So I have two anomalies that I need to go explore when we rescue our Kerbals. But as sort of a bonus, I realize I have a full fuel tank. I've only used this fuel tank to jettison just the garbage from before. And Ike, the moon of Duna, needs to be mapped. And I realized that this satellite, we should be able to do it. And so as kind of a bonus, what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if maybe we can, I like how this is just basically following me around, if we can normalize our orbit a little bit back to being equal with Ike, and then fly on over there and get into a stable orbit. I'm just kind of messing with that right now. I could just do this. Anyway, get back into a stable orbit and map Ike. And if not, then it's okay if we lose this satellite. We've already cartographed, mapped Duna. So if we lose this satellite, it shouldn't be that big of a problem. So, in order to do this, I need to normalize. And I guess to normalize, I have to wait until I'm about halfway between the two. So let's roll ourselves over. Ooh, ooh. And this is going to be a little bit expensive on fuel, but I don't mind that much. Really, I don't mind that. This is a bad way to eyeball this, of course. Alright, perfect, I think. Okay, either normalization should work just fine to get this where we want it. Although I don't know how long that's going to take. So I have 61 seconds of burn time. Now what I could do is I could just maximize my orbit to maybe intersect with Ike, but that will take a lot longer, and since I'm not going to be retrieving this satellite here, and losing it is not a problem that I have right now, I can just launch a new one, get it to Duna, wrap it around Ike instead of Duna. And I realized a little bit too late that I could have used all the fuel in that big tank I left behind. But I didn't think about doing this until after I had ditched the ship, or ditched the extension. So if we end up losing this, not a big deal. We already have a map at Duna, so it's not really important. And this is just kind of an experiment to see if we can, because I don't like leaving fuel just sitting there. I don't know why. It seems like it should be used if it can be used. So I think my normalization process is going to take a while. So we will be back when we either run out of fuel or normalize my orbit. Okay, now I have normalized my orbit slightly. It's a little off kilter, unfortunately, but I only have 18 seconds of fuel left, so I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. It shouldn't take much to get to Ike, hopefully. But I am worried about orbital maneuvers and things like that, which are going to be required. I can do probably a shoot-by mapping, but that won't do us any good. So I'm going to try to do a real map. I really want to do a real map. So let's see if we can get this thing in somewhat of a proper orbit-ish. Doesn't take much to roll us back to where we wanted to be. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, it's going to be a little short, I think, but we should be okay. Should be okay. Whoa, little close. Little close. Don't like that. Well, it looks like I will get into a nice tight orbit-ish, but I will be crashing into the planet, which is not good. Either that or I have no periapsis to show for it. I'm not sure what that is, but we're going to go ahead and try this as is and see where it lands us. We gotta be real careful. Real careful. Okay, so that is going to crash us into the planet. So to do that, I need to prograde burn. Yes? And I would very much like to get this up to a very high orbit, but if I can't, since it is such a tiny moon, 100,000 should do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I wish there was one between 1,000 and 10,000, because it seems like there should be something for medium range jumps there, I think, personally. But that's just me, I don't know. Alright. And we go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Good enough. And I want to do a retrograde burn, please. Alright, now that we're here, let's go ahead and wrap around. Now, if you notice, we're already mapping. We are already mapping, but we're not going to worry about mapping right now. What we want to worry about is normalization. Because more than anything else, I want to normalize the orbit. So let's go normal plus and see how that works for us. Whoa, 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 wrong way. Normal minus, go the other way. We want to go into the tilt. We want to utilize the tilt that we already have. I'm going to go ahead and turn anomalies off while we're sitting here really quick. Hey, nice little eclipse we got going on. Wow, that is not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, now we have the normalization that we want. And, where are we? 600,000? Little far. Probably too far. Let's wrap around the other side and bring our orbit down. And I can circularize. I don't need this. But I can do orbital ops to circularize my orbit. And we will do that at 101.03 or 101, depending. So let's go ahead and do off and circularize. And with 2 seconds of delta V remaining, look at that. Look at that. Now we've mapped Duna, now we can map Ike. Ike's not as important, though I do have some Kerman on there who can explore if they want to, if they maybe find some anomalies or something. I will stop this while I map, and then we can go ahead and see what the map looks like when we're done. Alrighty, so we were able to map Ike fully. Took a little while because of the low altitude, unfortunately, but I did get a nice clean image of the whole planet with very few little black dots, which is very interesting. And for the first time ever for me, and possibly for some of you, I'm going to reveal whatever anomalies may be on Ike. Ouch. It looks like Ike is without anomalies. That's too bad, though. Oh well. Which is odd, because I know that I have a lander on there, and landers usually appear as anomalies, but it's like right near the pole, so that might be why there's an issue. But in any case, we have mapped Duna, we have mapped Ike. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, just making sure there are no anomalies on Ike. So, it looks like our Duna Cartographer mission was a success. This little itty bitty pod here with the strange looking mechanical Jeb eyeball that just stares at you the whole time. It's stuck forever, I guess, around Ike, but it did a really good job. It did more than what we had originally planned, and no one could ask for anything better. So, thank you, little mechanical Jeb eyeball. And that concludes this portion of our rescue of Kerbins from Duna, or vehicle delivery if you like. And I will see you next video.